given this cold weather we're experiencing this weekend, I think a desert experience would be much preferred. There once was this woman. She went down in her basement. She was going to do the laundry. And as she passed her husband's workbench, she noticed that the vise on it was broken. So she thought to herself, she says, you know, that would make a good birthday present. So she went down to the local hardware store and said, do you have any vices? No, ma'am, I don't. I gave them all up for Lent. I know, pretty lame. This last week, unfortunately, I spent most of it on the couch, rolled up in a blanket with a cold like everybody else. And on Ash Wednesday, as I lay there watching TV, knowing that I couldn't make it here for the masses, I decided, well, you know, this would be an excellent time to do a little bit of introspection. Again, as Father mentioned at the beginning of the Mass, as we enter this Lenten season, it's a time to slow down. It's a time to take stock, a time to look inward, a time to examine our lifestyle. Is it what we want it to be? Are we walking according to the ways of God? Or have we allowed certain activities and certain vices to enter our life that separate us from God? So as I took that time to do that little bit of introspection and identify the vices I had in my life, it made me more and more depressed. And I said, well, I think it's time for a nap. In our gospel reading, Jesus points out 3 areas that we are all very vulnerable to abusing throughout our lives. That of power, money, and prestige. And as I again was reflecting upon those particular issues and how they indeed can become vices if we abuse them and use them in a way that alters our focus from God and onto these vices, I came to realize that I think as we travel throughout life and as we begin to age, that our focus tends to change. You know, when we're in our 20s and we're in our 30s and maybe our 40s, the acquisition of money is very important to us. We do our best to make a living, to provide for our family, the very best that we can. But sometimes that urge, that power that comes from earning money and wanting more and more of it can indeed become a vice. And the same thing with power. We all want to be powerful in some ways. It's great to be the CEO. Great to maybe own a business, to have authority, to be the boss. But again, that power can be abused. And instead of using it to build people up and to empower them, sometimes we use it to abuse them. Or even to have honor and prestige heaped upon us. Again, we all want to be thought well of. But at times we will put other people down in order to build ourselves up. But as I was thinking about those, and now that I've reached the age of retirement, and my wife has now indeed retired, and we live on a partial fixed income, those 3 areas have now taken on a very different meaning. Now I know I'm only speaking to a small minority out there when I talk of retirement age. But believe me, the rest of you will get there someday. But I think the money issue Now it's no longer how much can I gain, but will I have enough? Will I have enough to survive day to day, week to week? Living on a fixed income, as some of you may know, can be scary, can be challenging. Causes us to take some time to reflect on how well we manage our finances. Are we able now to pay the bills? And once when we wanted power in our lives and authority, we see as we get older that we become powerless. We start to see that our health begins to erode and we become feeling weak and maybe more vulnerable. Maybe we get to the stage where our driver's license are taken away. Our sense of independence and power erodes. And it gets scary and fearful. And when we wanted prestige and honor, we've reached the age where we would simply just to be happy to be remembered. We think about maybe the legacy we leave behind. But all of these situations, though normal and natural, sometimes can become a vice if we become fearful, if we get to the point where our focus no longer is on God to be our provider, our protector, the person who gives us our identity. But we look to the culture and society, and there's no answers, and there's no help. Jesus, in our gospel reading today, and in our first reading as well, reminds us, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, they were in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. I don't need God. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need him to tell me what to do. I can provide for myself. I can care for myself. I know what is right and wrong. And God stands aside. But Jesus, on the other hand, in the desert, is just the opposite. Tempted with those same temptations, says no. Our focus first and foremost, when we face those fears and temptations, is to place our hope, our dreams in our God, who cares for us, who provides for us, who will always be there with us, walking with us. That's the challenge I face at this stage of my life, but all of us, at whatever stage we may be, are faced with those same challenges. Do we, as Adam and Eve had done, push God aside and say, I can do it all myself? Or do we allow God to be the center and focus of our decisions, of every way that we live our lives, so that we keep things in proper perspective? What needs to change? Simply our attitude. If we change our hearts, then the vices and stuff we give up during Lent will change. But if we simply give them up for something to give up, they'll be back in full force when Lent is over. Let us take on the attitude and the mind of Christ, that God will always be the center and focus of all that we say, all that we think, and all the decisions we make. And he will give us the peace and the security of knowing that we need not be afraid as we walk through this desert of Lent.